Om Shanti. Today, 2nd September 2023. Murli. Baba says, Sweet children, your lights have now ignited. For the lights to ignite means that there are now the omnis of Jupiter. When there are the omnis of Jupiter, you become the masters of the world. Question: what is the speciality of every home in the Golden Age? What has every home become in the Iron Age? Answer is, in the Golden Age, that is Satyug, there is happiness in every home. The light of everyone is ignited. In the Iron Age, there is sorrow and worry in every home. There is darkness in every home. The light of soul has been extinguished. The Father has come to ignite everyone's light with his own light, through which there will be Diwali in every home. Song. Mother, oh mother, you are the bestower of fortune for all. Om Shanti. You children heard the praise of the mother. In fact, this is the praise of only one. Nevertheless, it is someone who makes the mother into the world mother, Jagdamba, and someone else who gives birth to her. Who gave birth to such a mother? It would be said the purifier, the supreme soul, Shiv, gave her birth. So, then, the praise is of one ocean of knowledge, the purifier, the supreme soul, the supreme father, Shiv Baba. He sits here and explains to you children the secret of himself and the beginning, middle and end of his own creation and the secrets of making impure one pure. You children understand that at this time it is an impure kingdom which is called the kingdom of Ravan. Dashera is coming now. It has been explained that all of those festivals are of blind faith. There is no such thing as Ravan and Lanka. Ceylon is called Lanka. They show monkeys building a bridge across the sea. In fact, all of those are tale stories. It is not that there was a Ravan with 10 heads who ruled the Lanka. If that were the cause, then they should burn his effigy in Lanka only. The system of burning Ravan is only in Bharat. They don't burn his effigy anywhere else. They only write about it in the newspapers. Here too, the Maharaja of Mysore celebrates these festivals the most. Perhaps he has a lot of love for all of those tale stories. It is the duty of you children to explain them. An effigy of an enemy is made and burnt. Previously, they used to make an effigy of Hitler and burn that. Many people have enemies. Whose enemy was Ravan is? He was the enemy of the people of Bharat. However, an enemy is burnt once. There is not anyone who make an effigy of his enemy every year and burns it. They make an effigy for their enemy, but they don't burn that every year. Who is that Ravan whose effigies with 10 heads had been created and then burnt in Bharat for a long time? When did he come your enemy? When did he become your enemy? He does not even die. We continue to burn it every year, but he did not die. When he eventually die, or will he always live? You children know that Bharat was pure and that it was Ravan that made Bharat impure. It is now the kingdom of Ravan. If there had been a king of Lanka, there must also be a queen. You do not believe in those things. People don't understand anything about whether Ravan is still living or not. He is still living, and yet they created effigy of him and burned that. Once he had been burned, what happened next? They continue to burn it every year, and so you children should explain to them. Those who become the seniors of the committee, such as the Maharaja of Mysore, celebrate these festivals a lot. They even invite foreigners to come and watch it. They believe that such things perhaps did happen. However, nothing like that ever happened. They create plays. They even create a play about Ravan. Therefore, you have to explain about this Ravan. This is something very important. Therefore, you have to explain about this Ravan. You are now sitting in the kingdom of Ravan. The impure world is called the kingdom of Ravan. The secret of the kingdom of Ram and the kingdom of Ravan has been explained to you. The 5 vices are called Ravan. It is not anyone else. You have understood that Ravan kingdoms is now in whole Bharat. It is only in Bharat that they celebrate Dashera, Deepavali, etc. So you have to explain that if Ravan is living, it is Ravan's kingdom. Ravan is the one who makes the people impure. You know that the 5 vices which are now omnipresent are called Ravan. The pictures of Ravan were also made previously at Dashera, but they also have to write a date etc. on them. At this time, the impure being is destroyed and the pure established. You are becoming pure from impure. When you have become pure, the community of Ravan will be set on fire. When Ravan is destroyed, there won't be any need to create effigies in the golden age. Everyone will become pure. When souls had the power of their Satopradhan stage, they were ignited lights. When they become impure, those lights were extinguished. Souls have become impure and don't have strength to fly. Souls have become Iron Age due to 5 vices. This definitely has to be explained. It is the one Father who awakens you all soul. Everyone says that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the form of light, God will come. You souls are form of light and the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is also a form of light. The light of you souls have been extinguished. Only a little light now remains. When a person dies, people keep on earthenware lamp burning for the soul day and night. They look after the lamp very carefully. When the oil is used up, they pour in more oil. It is the same with you souls too. The Father comes and ignites everyone light with knowledge. For how long will an ignited lamp last? They burn it at night and then continue to pour oil into it. Your lights are now igniting. By gradually being ignited, they will become fully ignited. It takes 5,000 years for the light to go out and then the Father comes and pours oil into you. Your lights are now being ignited and then your degrees will later gradually continue to decrease. The lights will become dim. You know that your lights are now being ignited and then that in the golden age there will be light in every home. This only refers to Bharat. Now there is darkness in every home. There is no happiness. You know that in the golden age and the silver age you were very happy and that you used to celebrate in happiness. Everyone's lights remain ignited and then it decreases little by little. At this time it is completely dim. There is alloy mixed into it. The Father comes and pour in the oil of knowledge through which you become ignited lights. Your eyes of knowledge are being opened. You know that your bodies have now completely finished. They are the omnis of Rahu. How long does it take for you to become ugly? From the start you decline little by little and then as soon as Maya enters, you become very ugly. There are now the omnis of Rahu over you. The most severe omens are those of Rahu. There are now the omens of Jupiter, because you are making effort with the Lord of the tree, the Guru, in order to become the masters of the world. He is the imperishable Guru. Who's the imperishable souls? Those human beings don't have gurus of soul, they become gurus of human beings. The Father has now come and become the Guru of you all souls. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the Lord of the tree. You understand that you now have the omniscience of Jupiter over you. You are to become the master of the heaven. There is imperishable happiness, but you have to make effort for that at this time, so that you become the emperor and empress of the land of happiness. Everyone's efforts are their own. This is the Pathshala of Rudra Shiv. He is the ocean of knowledge. You are studying in his school. God speaks, I teach you Raj Yoga. I am the imperishable father of imperishable souls. One is the physical father and other is the spiritual father. You have to show the contrast between the two. When do you meet the spiritual father, whom all the spirits remember on the path of the devotion? A physical father is perishable, changeable. Souls are not perishable. You know that you have been changing your physical fathers for birth after birth. A child cannot be born without a father. Your children have now received broad and unlimited intellects. You can understand from where it is that you become those with two fathers. In the golden age, there is only one physical father and you only remember him. There is no need for souls to remember the spiritual father. In the golden age, soul only have the physical father. There you receive beautiful bodies, you experience your reward. This is why you don't remember the father, the spiritual father, the godfather there. So you have to explain that on the path of their devotion, there are your perishable physical fathers. There are different ones in every birth. You souls are imperishable. You remember imperishable father. You even say the Supreme Father is the one who lives in the Supreme Abode. A physical father would never be called the Supreme Father. It is most essential to explain the secret of the two fathers. You also have to explain the secret of Ravan. It is the kingdom of Ravan. That is an impure kingdom. This is why they call out the purifier father. He is an imperishable father. You definitely have to prove the true fathers. Soul have the fathers, so this is why you remember the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul from beyond. In every birth, you receive different physical parents, but nevertheless, you definitely remember the spiritual Father. He never changes. Father of soul never changes. The fathers also say, you truly used to remember me and say, O Supreme Father, O Supreme Soul. For how long do you have to remember the Father and when do you meet the Father? You have now understood this. When it is the end of devotion, the Father has to come and give the devotees the fruit of their devotion. The Father has explained, I give all the devotees liberation and liberation in life. You know that there is just one religion in the golden age. This is called oneness. They say that all should unite and become one. However, all religion cannot become one. When there is one kingdom, there is purity, happiness and peace. There definitely was the kingdom of Ram in Bharat. It is now the kingdom of Ravan. This is why they continue to burn Ravan. When you explain the secrets of two fathers, they will quickly understand. There is definitely the imperishable father. It is only the Father who makes the new world. In the new world, there truly were just the details, and that the world changed from new to old. You know how many births you take in the new world and how many births you take in the old world? It is not half of 84 births. It is not 50-50 ratio that you would take 42 births in old world and 42 births in the new world. No, the lifespan of the people of Bharat is at first 150 years and then 125 years, and it is now hardly 40 to 50 years. Fathers explain this life cycles. It cannot be half and half. There has to be an accurate calculation for 84 births. The father says your cycle of 84 births has now ended. You did not know this. I explain it to you. No one except the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can explain the secret of 84 births to you. You listen to Father and become happy, and you then make effort for the new world. You deaf children have to prove and tell others that you are now claiming your unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father from beyond. The Father only comes when He has to establish heaven. He is called Heavenly Godfather. When a new home has been built, the old one is demolished. It is written that there is establishment and then destruction. When this establishment has taken place, destruction will take place. It is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who carries out the establishment through Brahma. Baba has also explained that the resident of substile region cannot be called the Prajapita, the father of humanity. There are no people there, and so surely the Prajapita Brahma has to exist there in this corporeal world. He will then become angelic and complete. That one in the substile region is angelic, complete, 16 Celsius degree full. The physical one is definitely needed so that he can then become angelic. Now both are visible. Prajapita Brahma is here and also in the substile region. Prajapita is needed here. The children of Prajapita are also be definitely here. You have to explain the significance of the two fathers at the exhibition. It is a system that has to be explained to each one individually. How can you explain to everyone there? Solitude is needed to explain to you. There is a lot of chaos there. Here it takes you an hour to an hour and a half to explain. It would be very difficult to explain to such a crowd. There are those of all type of religion. Some would say one thing and other would say something else. They would not just sit quietly. You explain that one is worldly physical father and the other is spiritual father from beyond. He is the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. He is now establishing heaven through Brahma. Destruction of hell is also just ahead. There is to be a great war. Truly, this is Raj Yoga and also the Gita Pathshala where you attain the kingdom. God speak, everyone has two fathers. Shri Krishna would not be called the father of all souls. The father of all souls is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Say constantly, remember me alone. Acha, essence for dharana, first point, remain a constantly ignited light by pouring the oil of knowledge into yourself. Stay in remembrance of the Father and remove the omniscience of Rahu. Second point, give everyone the recognition of two fathers, the Supreme Father and the Supreme Spiritual Father and the physical, and then enable them to claim a right to the unlimited inheritance. Blessing for today is, may you be free from having bodily relationships, and while living at home with your family, remain combined with the one Father. Detail: if you want to play the part of having a pure household while living at home with your family, remain free from having any bodily relationship. I am a man, this one is a woman. Do not have this consciousness even in your dreams. Since souls are brothers, how can there be the consciousness of man and woman? The couple is you and the Father. The other is in name for the sake of doing service. It is you and the Father who have a combined form. When you move along with the consideration, you will be called a courageous, victorious soul. Slogan for today is, those who are intense effort maker remain constantly content and happy with the fortune of happiness. I am repeating, those who are intense effort makers remain constantly content and happy with the fortune of happiness. Acha, Om Shanti.